Hello everybody, in this video I'd like to show you how to use these yarn rings. Now the first thing to do is to have it correct size. Now all of them you need to wear on your index finger. So I'm right-handed, so the ring comes on my left hand because that's the hand where I have my yarn. First thing, make it to size. So all of these rings you can bend to have the correct size. So you can open them and close them. Do this carefully because you don't want to break them. So how the peacock you wear like this. So I've got the tail is pointing towards my hand and the head is pointing towards the tip of my finger. So that's the peacock. Then how to wear the cat. To me this is a little cat. In the same way, the tail points towards my hand and the head towards my finger tip. And then the third one is this this bent spiral. Goes like this. So the little loop here is towards my hand and the edge that has nothing is towards the tip of my finger. If your fingers are a bit thicker perhaps than mine, then especially this ring is a good one to have because there's an overlap between the two edges of the ring, and that's what you want. Because if you have, for example, this one and you were to bend it open a lot, the tail would no longer align with the head, and then that makes it a little bit more difficult to use this yarn ring. So all of them bended to size, and then I can show you how to use them. First I'd like to show you the peacock. I'm going to put the ring on. How to thread the peacock. Here's my yarn tail. This end goes to my work. Thread it from the tail, so underneath the tail, then underneath the head, and hang it in its neck there. Now this thread is way too long, so just pull it back, and now you can start working. Your hands are relaxed, so don't hold your finger like this, for example. That's not needed. Relax your hand and simply crochet your stitches. The ring contains the yarn, and there's friction between the ring and your finger. That's where the yarn is. That friction keeps the yarn in place. I'm doing nothing with this thread. This thread is just hanging here. I'm not holding on to it in any way. And work your stitches. You might have to slightly adjust the way you normally crochet when you're working with this ring. That's normal, that's to be expected. But you're doing nothing with your yarn, only when you pull it. So here I'm pulling the yarn, that's when it moves. So here I'm pulling it through and now it moves, and otherwise it doesn't. If you accidentally have it too far like this, you can't work like this. Just take the thread and just pull it a little bit back until you're at a comfortable length. There. So that's the peacock. So how to thread the peacock. I'll show you the cat. That works in the same way because it also has a tail and a head. So again in the same way, the tail underneath and into the head. And there's friction between the ring and my finger, and that's where the yarn goes. And now you simply crochet your stitches. So do nothing weird with your hand, relax your fingers. That's important, because otherwise it kind of defies the purpose of having the ring. And then how does a spiral work? This one's perhaps a little bit different because it doesn't have a head or a tail. Over this eye here, this kind of like the eye on a sewing machine, and then underneath that loop, that edge there. So sometimes it helps to just push the ring up, that you can just get underneath there. And now the yarn is underneath the loop here and into that eye. Pull it back again if it's too long, the working thread. And then you can continue working. just like with the other rings. And if it's too long, pull it back. If it's too loose, tighten it a little bit, because you really want there to be enough friction between the ring and your fingers so that the yarn doesn't just flop out. So you want that to be nice and snug. So I'll just show you how to thread them all again. So here's the spiral. So through the eye, and then here to the back underneath, like so. Then I'll show you the peacock. So underneath the tail, underneath the head, and into its neck. And then the little kitten works in the same way. Again, underneath the tail, and into its head. And then crochet your stitches as normal. Make sure your yarn is nice and tight between the ring and your finger, so push it closer if needed. And be sure to relax your hand and don't hold on to your yarn in any way. You can just dangle there. And relax your fingers, that's the whole point. I hope this helps you how to work with these rings, because if you've had one and perhaps you don't know how to use it, I hope this video helps you a step in the right direction.